Let's go to the actual one. Flame Factory. There are flames. Ah, it's this! Okay, I'm familiar with this one. I'm definitely familiar with the fiery thwomps. Those are not spin jumpable. Probably worth the lesson right there. Or I'm just gonna fall off. I should have just made the jump. Why would Bowser need a factory to produce fire? Have you noticed how much fire he uses? Like, he can't be the sole supplier of all fire in the, you know, Mushroom Kingdom and everything else. Like, if he was the only one producing fire, clearly he would be doing it all day long. He wouldn't get to do any of his other king stuff. And as a busy shell person, like, he's gotta delegate. He's delegating. This is very sensible by Bowser. Oh, I see what I'm doing here. That took a sec. Got a feeling I know who did this one. I didn't look beforehand. I'm a little curious. Wait. Oh, I have a choice. That was a bad choice. Wait, I only have one Yoshi coin? I didn't collect the other one because it was past there. Well, that's... Did not see the one-ways around that fire. Yeah, it took me a sec. It took me a sec to see those. That was a cute obstacle, though. Because I would have gone and just tried to go through him, over him, around him. Well, not around him, but through him. And the one-ways forced that, which is cute. I don't know why I'm going back for that Yoshi coin. This is not a good use of my time. Oh, hey, it despawned. That's kind of cool. Alright, that was a bad way to go. Start a logging company instead? I guess that's reasonable, but he doesn't really use wood in his designs, does he? I mean, I feel if Bowser's going to own any sort of resource-producing thing, it'd probably be like a quarry. Like, I'm pretty sure rocks, clay are more important to Bowser than other materials. But you're right that wood could be used to produce fire. But maybe he has other, more magical sources of just plain fire, so... I tried to avoid getting hit by that. Do, 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 do. You can exchange wood into fire at a reasonable rate of becoming an arsonist. This is true. But someone has to start the fire, and people frequently do not know who started the fire. It's gonna try again. That part is surprisingly tight. Not difficult, but just like, in terms of waiting there, you have that one tile. It's not actually hard. I like the layer 3 fire effect. Some good color math going on there. Good color math, Lou. Actually, who did this one? Oh, multiple people. Zavok and N40 or N450. I know Zavok. I don't know about N1450 or N450. N450. Ah. This time, I won't get hit by that smaller flame. Imagine Bowser Kingdom industry mostly consists of steel factories and a huge military complex with a small civilian sector? Probably. He strikes me as the kind of person who would want to save money by mostly having conscripts as opposed to actually paying his employees. Because when Bowser comes a knocking, are you gonna say no? When he says he needs you, are you going to say no? Probably not, because you'll be roasted or thrown into lava or just generally caused harm. He has the best draft slogan of all time. Join us, or die! Kind of want a Hearts of Iron 4 Super Mario overall. I'd be shocked if someone hasn't done that for one of those games. know people absolutely love to make weird races. What do you even call them in that? Leaders, those sorts of things. Which Bowser we're talking about? That's true. How you doing, Airsoft? The Mario RPG Bowser definitely seemed to care for people a bit more. In some games, he's very nice to minions. Others, he's a jerk. Yeah. Mario RPG Bowser would definitely begrudgingly pay people and not conscript them under force of like immolation. Not getting hit by this fire bar again. Today. Right now. That's a different fire bar. It's totally okay for me to get hit by that one. That's some classic Mario stylings. Bright side, I got more lives, so I'm more safer now. Yeah, I kind of appreciate these setups to make having these, like, low running sections where you kind of need to interact with the fireballs. Some interesting design. Go. All of the dragon coins. And pick up my mushroom. Go check. Alright, I'll be curious. Because, like, when a game is moddable, people will put all sorts of interesting things in there. Like, Slay the Spire has a surprisingly decent Sailor Moon mod. Which is not the kind of thing you'd expect. Ah! Aha! Ah. Okay, the lag makes that really hard. Alright, that's actually pretty cool. It's a nice little secret. I was thinking Yoshi coin would be there, but nope. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of distributed nastiness. But a midway, and so therefore no problems. Fire Flower. Not what you're hoping for. There's also, what was that other one? I remember seeing on Slay the Spire. There was like, it wasn't Toho. It was like The Fisherman, and it was all done in just pencil. It was really well done, though. Interestingly balanced character around creating and destroying cards. I don't know about actually balanced, but it was still fun. He was a card collector. This feels like it's the other person doing the work now. Because we've kind of gone from rompy to more heavy setup-y styling here. It's not a bad thing. I just noticed the Minesweeper mines. Fire Factory has fire flowers. Of course it has them. They're just not very useful, because there's nothing to light on fire here, ironically. Ah, okay, I have choices. I choose up. I choose death, because I didn't see him on the other side. Oh, I almost got all the Yoshi coins. A lot of power-ups. Yeah, it's not too... There's a few. I mean, this one's the common halfway power-up. But... yeah, I guess there were two in this section, and there was at least one in this section I've seen. So that's not too bad. That's not too many power-ups, given the sheer amount of random crap that's here. Not really random crap. Well-planned crap. No reserve or updated power down. Nope. How you doing, Max? But still, this is actually a pretty good level. I just cannot get my timing. One of those where you just have to watch things and see how they go. Had a cute, like, hidden bit earlier. Like, I kind of appreciate when people approach their single levels as if they were going to be in a larger hack. Because frequently level design levels are very much standalone, independent things. But sometimes people actually make them as if they're in a greater context. This feels like the kind of level I would see in a standard hack. Like, this would be someone's vaguely near the end level, maybe in a standard normal to standard hard hack. I guess I've seen two in here. I don't know why I think I can jump over those. I cannot, in fact, jump over them. I'll try the low road this time. The low road was, in fact, the correct road. No power-up. No problem. No probalo. Okay, no. Take it slow. It's not a difficult level. That part is not difficult. You know what? I'm just gonna run for it. No! Ooh. Yeah, look at that. Mystery 1-up right here. That's cute. Your difficulty compass is borked. It's very possible your difficulty compass is borked. I always think standard normal is being approximately the same difficulty as SMW. But, yep, FryGuy. Mid-game, world final level, or the last level of mid-game. Yeah, I can see that. Lava World has to be late. Is this near the end? I mean, we don't know for a fact it is. There's a unit pack and voices for Italy, but that's about it. Huh. I love FryGuy. Manila's more standard easy. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the problem is the easy is a floor. There's a lot lower you can go in standard easy. You can always point out that the Super Smile Face world exists. And that, I think, is, you know, probably the easiest thing on SMW Central. That isn't some sort of auto level. At least that's how I've always gone about it. Standard normal is roughly standard SMW difficulty, and then things go up from there. Don't know, the game made for a little frog world is pretty easy. I mean, that's kind of the point, right? Aside from the part where you have to do some shell jumps and whatnot. That part is a little bit tricky for 5-year-olds. Maybe not all 5-year-olds, but at least some of them. Love that hack exists. Oh, it was a joy to moderate. It's one of those like, okay, well, here's the problem. If you don't make it so you can bypass this section, then I have to put this in Kaizo Light, which is just silly, so let's fix this. And they did. But it was still funny. Originally, that level just had places where you'd hand off control between... But the idea was to hand off control between Claire and Wanthak. But my point was, we don't all have a Wanthak lying around, so we can, avoid doing Kaizos. And if some other 5-year-old picks this up, that's not really gonna work out. Cool seeing Risto's kid play. Oh, that's awesome. Also, I didn't know Risto had a kid. Yeah, I'd be curious to see, like, actual children play some of these. Like, Little Miss Adworld is also supposed to be around that difficulty range, and I moderated that one as well. Though that one has some, like, optional Kaizo stylings if you want to do it at the end. As well as a level or two made by an actual, I want to say 5-year-old, 4-year-old? I don't know how old she was. There was one level I pointed out that there was some cutoff and stuff. Like, yeah, she made that. I'm like, yeah, it's probably fine. Ooh, for momentum. This time I'm not getting killed by FryGuy. Do not like you, FryGuy. I almost fell for it. Ah! Difficulty compass is bored. Because you used to play all these games. You actually just sit down to learn and beat. It's very possible. It's very possible. Make sure if you're in SMW for your kids only. Oh, no, I was referring to Super Smile Face World. I never played Super Mario for your kids only. I don't know why I'm doing. Do you mean specifically me had to sit down and learn, or just the general you? So I feel there's certain classes of games where, like, once you've mastered a specific one, or at least you have a pretty good grounding in others. Like, once you've played one Civ game, you kind of understand how to play Civilization. The details are different, but the basic mechanics and how you go about things are fairly similar once you learn the mechanics. But other games, there's not a lot of cross-learning. Like, mastering platforming in, say, SMW does not necessarily make you great at other platforming, though it does often have similar skill sets required. Mega Man series is one, especially if you do like use and do the first 8 with Buster only. Yeah, there was a time when I would always I did like Buster only and did some other things like that in Mega Man X. Though I think Mega Man X is probably easier to do Buster only than the earlier Mega Mans. Good at a hard game doesn't make you good at a game that not a hard game too, yeah. What was the teach? Basic concept platform. Okay, yeah, I guess I missed that one. I'd be curious to see that one. I don't need to play it, obviously. It's for kids only. But I like that the difficulty, very low difficulty hacks exist, because it just turns out that platforming is a skill you have to learn. And there are certain things that just don't, that if you don't learn, you're not going to be able to do. And some of them are bizarrely counterintuitive, especially for kids raised on tablet gaming. When my nephew, I made a hack for my nephew a million years ago for a Christmas thing, and we had to consistently remind him that the key to winning at Mario is holding the run button, until it isn't. But while you're playing SMW at a pretty light level, the key to success is in fact just holding the run button. Oh, it even ate my rock. Okay, it's 3 and then he breaks up. Well, that sucked. X2 is easier to do that with the first 8 bosses. Mega Man X Dashless. I've actually watched Fiskbit do this once. I don't know why. We were at Squiggles after a CTF or something, and he was like, oh, I want to do this. And so he just did it, and then we're like, okay, that was cool, I guess. He also brought over, because I think Squiggles, did he have a Saturn or Sega CD? There was some sort of rare-ish FMV Mega Man game that Fiskbit had acquired a copy of and wanted to play. I don't remember it being very good. Wonder how difficult it'd be to get through SMW without running? I think it'd be largely feasible. Like, I think there's a route you could take, but there's parts of it that would be kind of difficult to do. Like, if we assume that you have, you know, perfect playing ability or your tassing, I'm certain it's very possible. In fact, there's probably a task of SMW walk only, isn't there? Super Mega Adventure Rockman? Ah, thank you. Yes, that one. I want to say it was Saturn. Mega Man 6, sadly? Oh. Mega Man games, it's bosses, it's all about learning the patterns and getting the telegraphs down, which is why you hate Quickman and Shadow Man, as those are RG fests. Yep. No running would be no cake-based flying, for one thing, which makes some exits unreachable. Oh, absolutely. I'm just saying that there's probably a route you could take through the game without running. Like, I think you could beat it. It's kind of like the empty Mario World thing, where I couldn't actually do, like, the standard, what is it, 13 exit? Beating it, because I needed to have both the, I needed Switch Palaces. I needed the red Switch Palace, and one other one, I forget which. So, you couldn't go through the standard way, but if you're walking, you could still make it some chunk of the way through the game, and probably beat it. I just need to be patient. You know? There we go. Donut Ghost House? Yeah. No running means no Bowser? Oh, that's a good point. That'd be really tricky. Do you grab something or are you required to stand still? Well, I'd imagine what you do in that case is, like, make a hacked version that doesn't apply run to Y when you press Y or X, and it still allows for other X and Y actions. That'd be my guess. 11 exit requires flying to a key and start. Oh, 11 exit, thank you. I think mine was more like 14 or 17 exit or something. But I also went and did other silly things. Seems high effort. I mean, the A button challenge exists. There are people out there who really like doing that kind of thing.